Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. First of all, Happy New Year. This is my first tutorial of 2019. You guys wanted to see this beautiful blue and gold eye makeup look, so here it is. First thing first, I'm going to be using Pore Minimizing by Kiss New York Professional Primer. This primer helps reduce any pores that are on your face and making your skin look very smooth and helping the foundation glide on like beautiful. Now for my foundation, the two foundation that I'm going to be mixing is first of all Marc Jacob. This is in Honey Deep shade and this will give me that full coverage look, and the second is the Kiss New York Professional Foundation in shade Soft Tan, which is a little lighter than my actual shade, but because of that I have my Marc Jacob to kind of balance the shade out perfectly. Now as you can see, this is a very full coverage foundation, hence why I didn't need any orange corrector or anything like that. Once I've mixed the two foundation together, the skin color looks perfectly fine, and now I'm going to blend it into my skin. First thing, I'm using a stippling brush to blend it all over my face and carefully apply that all over my face, and then moving on to with my beauty blender, I'm going to now dab the foundation into my skin. With this, what happens is the excess foundation kind of gets out of the way, and then you're remained with leftover, and which is perfect for your skin because it's a good balance. I'm going to also apply the foundation onto my neck area as well. For my concealer, I'm going to be using Studio Fix Concealer by MAC Cosmetics. This is in the shade NC30. And this is actually, I believe, their new collection in the Studio Fix family, and these concealers are bomb. They're amazing. Now for my contour, I'm using Clinique's Jumbo Stick, and I'm basically drawing the parameters of my face with it. And using my beauty blender, I'm going to blend away all that contour and highlight into my skin. For today's makeup look, I definitely wanted a brighter under eyes because sometimes blue eyeshadow can give you a little bit of that, like darker under eye look, and I didn't want that, so I wanted a bright highlighter. Now for contour, I'm using a stippling brush to blend that contour lines. I always find that brush is the best way to blend cream contour. And today's look is definitely a lot fuller coverage, heavy makeup, so it's not something that's like every day, so the layers of makeup that I'm applying, it's obviously going to be a lot more than what I usually do. Now to set all that highlighted areas, I'm using my Laura Mercier's translucent powder, and I'm just dabbing it with a beauty blender. And for the rest of my face, I took a little bit of the Laura Mercier powder, and using a brush, I'm dabbing the rest of my face. At the same time, I'm going to use that same brush to dust away all that powder that has been sitting underneath my eyes. Now for baking, I literally keep it for 5 to 10 seconds, and that's it. As I'm applying the powder on my face, I let it sit underneath my eyes, and then I use the same brush to always brush it off. Now to set everything in place, I'm going to be using my Kiss Professional New York Makeup Setting Spray. And for my powder contour, I'm going to be using Inglot's powder, and this is in the shade 512 and 505, the two dark shades in the palette. You can always mix and match palettes when it comes to Inglot. It doesn't come in like a palette form. You have to kind of mix and match and make your own palette. So the two shades are 505 and 512. Now 512 is a really dark shade. All you have to do is take a little bit and then kind of, like build it up on your areas of your face. Now using 505 Inglot and also using my Morphe angular brush, I'm going to now contour the sides of my nose. You know, I've always been a big fan of Inglot 5FS brush for my nose contour. This brush I just recently got from Morphe store. We actually have a new Morphe store at Square One in Canada. Finally, I'm so happy. Now for blush, I'm using my Milani blush. This is in the shade Dolce Pink. And for my highlight, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight. This is the Amrezy highlight, one of my favorite highlighter. Now nowadays I've been using my fingertips to sort of apply the highlighter on the nose. I don't know why, but I kind of like it because it makes my nose look a lot sharper. Like, you know, if I'm using it with a brush, I feel like it spreads around, so when I use it with a fingertip, it applies to the areas just about where I want it to be. Now that highlighter, you see that? That's amazing. I love this highlighter. So now that the base is done, it's time to work on the eyes. For this, I'm going to be using Morphe Brow Gel. This is in the shade Chocolate Mousse. This is also something I've just grabbed it from the Morphe store. This is also my first time using a Morphe Chocolate Mousse Brow pomade. I've never used that before. I've always used Anastasia, if not Benefit Brow Pencil, if not Kiss New York, but this is something new to me. Also for the brows today, I'm actually making it a little more deeper, darker, and more dramatic because I know my eyeshadows are going to be very dramatic, so I don't want my eyeshadow to kind of overtake or overshadow my eyebrow, so I definitely want a more of a fuller eyebrow. Now for the palette that I'm using, it's actually by Morphe. Unfortunately, Morphe, I believe they told that they don't create this palette anymore, but I know the new James Charles palette is almost like it does have a very similar set of colors like this one. This is the Morphe 35F palette, I believe, or 35B. 35B. This is the 35B palette, which is their most colorful palette. But yeah, like I said, a lot of their other palettes have similar color set. If not, the other palettes you can find similar colors. You can find them at MAC store. Inglot carries similar color as well. ELF has a similar color as well, and so does NYX Cosmetics. So yeah, these colors are pretty common now. A lot of the brands, a lot of other companies makes them as well. I don't have a lot of the blues in my palette, so Morphe was the only one I could find, so that's why. I do have MAC, but MAC is not as pigmented, unfortunately. At least I don't find them pigmented enough, so I went with Morphe. Now as you can see, I'm building up the shades, so I pretty much went from lighter to darker. And for my lower part of my eyes, I'm just bringing the color to the half of my outer part for my lower section of my eyes, and for the top I'm obviously building it from light to dark. Next, I'm going to create a half cut crease look, and for that I'm using my Inglot gel liner in shade 94. And like you know, Inglot gel liners, they do not transfer. Once it dries, it stays in place and it's beautiful. And this is something I've learned from an Australian artist. Her name is Makeup with Josh. She always uses either 94 or 95 by Inglot gel liner to create that half cut crease look, and it looks amazing. It doesn't transfer or anything. Now for glue, I've used my NYX Glitter Glue, and I'm just carefully applying that on top of that gel eyeliner. Now for today's makeup, the gel eyeliner is going to act as my base for the eyeshadow and also the glitter. Glitter, I've got this glitter from an artist store from Micheals, and honestly for me, like, it was very difficult to find this yellow gold anywhere with other brands, so I ended up resorting to an art supply store. I mean, at the end of the day, glitter is glitter. But yeah, this glitter had small particles and worked out perfectly for me and for this look. For my mascara, I'm using Lis Wautier mascara, and going forward with my lashes, I'm using Lash Chateau lashes. These are Canadian lashes, and this is actually introduced to me by a Bengali girl, and she's the CEO of this company, and she's from Canada, and she also supplies it worldwide, and she's amazing. Honestly, I'm all about supporting my entrepreneurs who are from Canada, and I love people who are always willing to do something new and exciting. And these lashes are actually really of good quality and really looked amazing on me. So yeah, definitely shout out to Lash Chateau. Now for the lipstick, I'm using Morphe liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Phatty. It's actually Phatty, Phatty. I don't know why I'm saying it with an accent, but I don't think I can say the word fatty without being a little British. So it has to be like Phatty, Anyways, moving forward. The next color that I'm going to be using, it's called All Fired Up by MAC Cosmetics. And what I'm doing is I'm just slightly topping my lip up with this color. The reason why I like to top up my lip colors with a little bit of like maybe 1 or 2 layers of different colors, because I feel like sometimes when you mix and match certain colors, you get a really unique lip color. Now my next best thing is this Revlon Lip Powder. This is basically like a highlighter for your lips, and I'm using the top 2 colors to sort of apply it with my finger. As you can see, there's a little bit of that highlight added to your lips. If you watch old Hindi movies, there's the lip color always used to have that little bit of shine, and honestly, I don't know, I feel like the trend is coming back where your lip color has that shine in there, but it's matte, but it has that shine and highlight to it. Anyways guys, so this basically wraps up the entire look for today's makeup look. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. This was one of my most requested makeup tutorial looks that you guys wanted to see, something gold and blue together. And if you guys did like this video, please do not forget to give me a thumbs up and also comment down below. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also hit that bell icon to get more updates and notification when I upload it. Thank you so much for watching guys. Hope to see you next time on my next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.